marvelous. My whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. We really wanna party like that. Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me. Since birth I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. I'm born in a million. Born in a million. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time. And it's been too long and you need some unwinding. Woo! Shake it low, shake it low. The new sound has been found. And yo, I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time.
The address is 1265 Lombardi Avenue. The place is known as Titletown. Welcome inside legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
Hey, 43, 15.
A first down throw for Mahomes. Ayuk makes the catch right side. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one?
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On first down, it's Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. It's second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Rashee Rice. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. They'll run. Here is the rookie out of Ole Miss. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
Yeah! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. First and 10 for Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Yeah! And he will score! Touchdown, KC. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Both teams ready to go once more. as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going for it all. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And just a short gain there, down to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9.
18, Pioneer, go!
He'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. And he's going to have a Packers first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
He'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Green Bay. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Yellow. Hey, 15.
Putting the tight end in motion. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
We are through one. 14-7 is our score. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. Second and 11.
Yellow. Easy. Hey, 43. Hey, Sunday. Attack.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Mahomes looking to throw on second down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And now it's fourth down.
So prior to that third down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation. At that down and distance, they had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up fourth down.
15.
Mahomes to throw it on fourth down. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Let's go.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. He's going to air this one out. That is hard. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And After that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Carlson now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Packers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They send the tight end in motion. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. On the move past the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. Here's a 2nd and 6. He'll send a tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
The blitz gets there, and he lost the football. The Packers have it. The defense comes up with a play in the red zone. Those active hands get to the quarterback, knock it out, and they come up with the recovery.
Mike, we see this from time to time down here when an offense is operating in the red zone. The field shrinks, coverage gets a little bit tighter, quarterbacks tend to hold the ball a little too long, and that's exactly what came back to bite him right here. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. That's hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now Carlson to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Here's 1st and 10.
Attack, attack! Hero, 15! Hey, 57, 57! Right side!
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is going to score! A pick 6 for the touchdown. Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. game. A pick six for touchdown. You talk about the opportune time. The defense helps close the gap. A huge play to make this one a closer game.
Yeah, and anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, you're looking for that spark. And boy, did the defense provide it. Not only creating the turnover, they take it back for 6, and they get themselves right back into this game.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game.
Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
A first down throw for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
43, 15. Attack. Color. Yellow. 43. Attack.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man downfield. It's Rice. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot. He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And on third down, that ball incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. First down throw, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A give here to Pacheco. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Putting the tight end in motion. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run, and it's also a first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now, Mahomes. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Mahomes looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, no shortage of... Here is a big one. 3rd down and 2.
Yellow.
Slot man in motion left. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
25-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Kansas City.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Big-time play there as they try to cut into this 4th quarter deficit. At this point in the game, Mike, remember, you're just going to get a couple more possessions, so you have to make the most of them, especially with the lead being this close for the taking.
And he's going to be stopped in the backfield, taken down back at the 3.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. He'll let one go down the middle. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head?
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
He'll look deep, left sideline. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. to the air now on 1st and 10. He'll try to hit him with a screen. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
Third and long.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
He'll drop to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. He is in. Touchdown, Green Bay. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Now Carlson to add the extra point. And this one is blocked. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
And a good one here on the ground across midfield. Let's give him 9 for the carry. On 2nd down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's the 2nd time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, KC. 3 touchdowns for him now in this one. And he's up to 10 on the year. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
And that is incomplete. They get the touchdown, take the lead, but it remains a 1-point game. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's 1st down. They'll run here. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's now at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
That is hot! And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Green Bay. Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2.
The Packers will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to have it just past their 25.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And this will be incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Here's 2nd down.
43, yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper.
Frankly, Mike, a disaster.